Hey, welcome back to JB Breaks Free. I hope you're having a great day, a blessed day, and getting 1% better than yesterday, and breaking free from whatever is holding you back. Well, the snow is starting to peak out here in central New York, starting to stick on the roads. And today was just a day to kind of be warm, cuddle up, read, and the book I chose was The Magic of Thinking Big. I've been working my way through this chapter. I read chapter 8 today as we settle in to the normal spot. The Magic of Thinking Big. The chapter is called Make Your Attitudes Your Allies. And a lot of this chapter stuck out to me. I'm looking forward to sharing some of the key ideas and highlights from this chapter and relating it a little bit to my life. I did stop into the thrift store today. I found Queensryche. This is it's a heavy metal album, self-titled debut 1983. I'm going to ask for $25. And I found this. I actually found two of these. They're sealed. I've never seen this before. It's Music to America. It's a tribute of the bicentennial. I don't know. I'm going to ask $20 for it. Maybe someone will give me 10 online who collects sealed records and stuff. But so I did that. I Instacarted. I made $70 today Instacarting early in the morning. I was pretty proud of that. I got an extra cash tip. I did slip and fall in a driveway, so be careful out there. I was lucky. Mostly my butt and my right forearm took the brunt. I felt a little sore for a sec, but no lasting impacts, thank goodness. So just be careful out there, especially if you're delivering or if you're walking. Watch out for that black ice. But into the chapter, make your attitudes your allies. And he starts off by saying, can you read minds? Reading minds is easier than you think. Perhaps you've never thought of it, but you read the minds of others and they read your mind every day. It says, how we think shows how we think shows through in how we act. Just like the sound of talking to someone when they say good morning, when they greet you in the office, you can kind of tell whether they like their job or they're bored with their job. It says, for millions and millions of years, man got by with little more than moans, groans, grunts, and growls. So we speak and we communicate without words a lot. It goes, when our attitude is right, our abilities reach a maximum of effectiveness and good results inevitably follow. Attitudes do make a difference. Salesmen with the right attitude beat their quotas. Students with the right attitude make A's. Right attitudes pave the way to a happy married life. Right attitudes make you effective in dealing with people, enable you to develop as a leader. Right attitudes win for you in every situation. It says, grow these three attitudes. Make them your allies in everything you do. These three things. Grow the attitude of I'm activated. Grow the attitude of you are important. And grow the attitude of service first. To activate others, you must first activate yourself. Students had no interest in a professor because what he was saying, the professor was not showing interest in the history lesson. It goes to activate others. To get them to be enthusiastic, you must first be enthusiastic yourself. So I think about that a lot while I'm saying the specials every night at work. Presenting them with enthusiasm, and that helps them sell, which in turn is going to make my boss happy and build up the check, which will hopefully give me a better tip. Because the enthusiastic salesman never has to worry about unenthusiastic buyers. The enthusiastic teacher never has to worry about disinterested students. The activated minister need never stress about a sleepy congregation. The author says, here's a 3-step procedure that will help you develop the power of enthusiasm. Number 1, dig into it deeper. And because the exercise supplies one important key for building enthusiasm. To get enthusiastic, learn more about the thing that you're not enthusiastic about. Which is kind of a backward thing, but he just wants you to get enthusiastic and about that subject. I guess for me, finances was something that I was never really interested in when I was younger. man, I could kick myself. Personal development, everything that I'm interested in now, side hustling, um, inspiring, helping, being a good example, having the best life I can, setting up a life that I don't need to escape from. Um, those are all things that I wasn't interested in before, and now I'm super enthusiastic about it. It goes, chances are you are quite enthusiastic about bumblebees, but if you study bumblebees, find out the good that they do, how they relate to other bees, how they reproduce, where they live in the winter. If you found out all that you could about bumblebees, you will soon find yourself really interested in bumblebees. Use the dig into it deeper technique to develop enthusiasm towards other people. Find out all you can about another person, what he does, his family, his background, his ideas, his ambitions, and you'll find your interest and enthusiasm toward him mounting. Keep digging and you're certain to find some common interests. Keep digging and eventually you'll discover a fascinating person. The dig into it deeper technique. To get enthusiasm about anything, people, places, things, dig into it deeper. Number 2, in everything you do, life it up. Whether that's handshaking, life up your smiles, show some teeth, life up your thank yous. Life up your thank you or thank you very much with enthusiasm. Life up your talk. That one got me, your thank yous. I think it might have been yesterday. I was in the kitchen and somebody said something that I obviously agreed with was helping me, and thank you very much. And the guy started laughing, like, you really don't, you can say thank you in kind of a monotone, looking down, nonchalant way. Okay, thank you. Yep, thanks. Okay. But thank you very much. That sticks out in the kitchen. And, it kind of got laughed off, and you almost got to, you really shine bright when you're that happy in the kitchen sometimes. Just put vitality into your speaking. I feel great today. He says, say it out loud and force with vigor. Say it right now out loud. I feel great today. Now, don't you actually feel better than you did right before you said it? Make yourself alive all over. Every moment, I think we can practice that. String up wins in moments. Feel great in moments. Every moment is a fresh start. It doesn't have to be a new day or a new year or a new month. Every moment, string up wins. You didn't consume sugar in this moment. You didn't consume the news in this moment. You just said, I feel great out loud in this moment, and that's a win. Life it up. Be sure everything you do and say tells people, this fellow is alive. He means it. He's going places. And number 3, broadcast good news. And I thought of good news like the Gospels and the Bible. And it says, good news does more than get attention. Good news pleases people. Good news develops enthusiasm. Good news even promotes good digestion. Transmit good news to your family. Tell them the good that happened today. Recall the amusing, pleasant things that you experienced. And leave all the unpleasant things buried. Spread good news. It's pointless to pass on the bad. It only makes your family worry, makes them nervous. Bring home sunlight every day. Ever notice how seldom children complain about the weather? They take hot weather in stride until the negative news corps educates them to be conscious of unpleasant temperatures. And that's something that I talk about on this channel on a day like today, where I am actually going to go walk and get my kids in about an hour. I remember taking that walk, and I think I mentioned this on the last video, and I was bundled and I was bitter as the cold, and I was probably tired, and I wasn't enthusiastic, and my kids were wide-eyed and beautiful at all the snow that's falling down. And that changed my life to make me see the world through the eyes of a child. Make it a habit to always speak favorably about the weather, regardless of what the weather actually is. Man, that might be my favorite sentence in the whole book. Every day before the kids go to school, we gather, we say a prayer, and we say thank you for this beautiful day. And I always look out this same window right here by our back door, and whether it's pouring, whether it's whipping wind and snow, whether the birds are chirping outside, thank you for this beautiful day. That's a win. That's a win right there. Transmit good news with the people that you work with. Give them encouragement. Compliment them in every opportunity. Listen to their problems. Pat them on the back for a good job they're doing. That doesn't always happen where I work. It's a culture of do your job. You don't get a pat on the back for doing your job. Occasionally a compliment will get handed out, and that goes a long way. But of course, that would typically get followed by being hammered back down. That's since kind of eased up since I talked to my boss a little bit. And, what a great relief that has been for me. Let them know you believe that they can succeed and that you have faith in them, your employees. Make this little test regularly to keep you on track. Whenever you leave a person, ask yourself, does that person honestly feel better because he has talked with me? I hope I can do that for you. And then the next subject is grow the you are important attitudes. Every human being, each human being wants to feel important. And like we talked about on the previous video, the you are important attitude could be a barrier to self-care if you don't feel that way, if you put everybody else first. You are important and you deserve self-care. Satisfying the craving, the hunger to be important carries you forward to success. It's a basic equipment in your success tool chest. Yet, and read this sentence again before you go on, even though displaying the attitude you are important gets results, and even though it costs nothing, few persons use it. A little fill-in here to show why. Because it talks about if a person was lost in the woods, a hiker, would the rescue team say, well, is that person important? Should we go get him? No. They would just go and spend thousands of dollars and resources to find that person. If a little kid falls down a well, do they say, is that a good kid? Is that kid important? No, you go get the kid. Does the child come from an important family? No, we're all important. And that's a practical way. It says, I like this too, that it's not too wild of a guess that all living creatures, probably not more than 1 in 10 million, is a human being. A person is a biological rarity. He is important in God's scheme of things. Like, what are the odds that we are born? You could probably I think I've heard you could win the lottery like 75 times. That's more likely than the chance of you or I being born. And born in this time. How lucky are we to be the ones right now, right here? We are important in God's scheme. And now let's look at the practical side. When most people shift their thinking from philosophical discussions to everyday situations, they tend to forget, unfortunately, their ivory tower concepts of the importance of individuals. Take a good look at how most people exhibit an attitude which seems to say, you are nobody, you count for nothing, you mean nothing, absolutely nothing to me. First, people do more for you when you make them feel important. When you help others feel important, you help yourself feel important. Like, good morning, Dr. Schwartz. Knowing my name, this is me talking, knowing my name in a restaurant makes me feel important. If you know my name, Jay, especially if I don't recognize you, or Jason, I'm all over you. Okay, this person remembers me, I feel important. He's going to get great service. Or if somebody asks me at the restaurant, how long have you worked there? That makes me feel important. Let's not kid ourselves. People who do not have a deep down feeling of self-importance are slated for mediocrity. Again and again, this point must be driven home. You must feel important to succeed. Helping others to feel important rewards you because it makes you feel more important. Try and see. Here's how to do it. Number 1, practice appreciation. Make it a rule to let others know you appreciate what they do for you. Never let them feel he is taken for granted. Practice appreciation with a warm, sincere smile. A smile let others know that you notice them and you feel kindly towards them. Practice appreciation with honest, personalized compliments. Compliment the little things. Number 2, practice calling people by their names. And if you don't know their names, Miss, Mr., or Mrs. Never ma'am, right? Never call people ma'am in a restaurant. I learned that a long time ago. And number 3, don't hog glory, invest it instead. It's a total team effort. we pool our tips where we work, and whoever has the most tips usually gets a nice congratulations. Okay, you made the most tonight. But the way I look at it is, I was allowed to make the most tonight because those other people got the tables that I couldn't get to and helped me do this and helped me do that. It's a total team effort. Not, oh, I make more money in tips than you tonight, you stink. No, it's not how it is. It's a total team effort. If we sell the specials out, I'm happy for the team because we sold what we had to sell. Do something special for your family often. It doesn't have to be something expensive. It's thoughtfulness that counts. Anything which shows that you put your families first will do the trick. Give them planned attention. Your family, your wife, your kids. My planned attention with the kids when they get home. Side hustling stops. Books reading stops. We're going to do French together. Play chess. Make sure they get their homework done. We go for walks. We can go to dinner. We can read to them and to each other. Play games with them. And show them that they are put first. Talks about how putting service first will take care of monetary things. Like the producer of a movie, is he going to do like a get rich quick scheme and put out this cruddy movie and thinks the movie buyer is a sucker? No. How about the waitress who concentrates on giving the best possible service? Needn't worry about tips, they'll be there. But her counterpart who overlooks the empty coffee cups, why refill them? They don't look like good tippers. Won't receive any gratuities. Here's a simple but powerful rule that will help you develop the put service first attitude. Always give people more than they expect to get. I try to apply this at my job where I give direct service to people. Try to apply it into Instacart and my side hustles, even with reselling things, with providing good, fast shipping, accurate descriptions, and just doing the best that I can, taking good pictures. Put service first and money will take care of itself. In quick recap, grow attitudes that will carry you towards success. Number 1, grow the I'm activated attitude. And these 3 things help you get activated. Dig into the topic deeper. Life up everything about you. Your smile, your handshake, your talk, even your walk. Act alive. Enjoy the present, that gift that we get, and broadcast good news. Nobody ever accomplished anything positive by telling bad news. Number 2, grow the you're important attitude. Show appreciation at every opportunity. Make people feel important. Call people by name. And grow the service first attitude. And watch money take care of itself. Make it a rule in everything you do to give people more than they expect to give. Well, I hope you got a lot out of this chapter and the magic of thinking big. I know I got a ton out of it. It fired me up just reading it, and I hope it fires you up too. Dig in deeper today. Put service first, and remember that you are important. And I wish you a great day and break free from anything holding you back from becoming the best version of yourself. I'll talk to you on the next video.